Coffin, and today we're going to go over some tips for surfing. First thing we're going to talk about is a backside bottom turn and top turn combo. And right here you can see just right after you stand up, kind of going to try and get as much speed as possible right off the bat. So I do like a little pump right here, just kind of like lift my board up the wave. And then when I go start bottom turning, I kind of get my weight on my front foot a little bit, and I start to kind of open up my chest to the lip, and you can see right there, this arm's pretty open and this other arm's kind of twisting to go move my chest up the wave. And then right here, my hips are a little bit behind, but then they follow, so I kind of pull my board up, and then this wasn't really as much of a turn as it was a setup turn, but you could still even see. Then I twist my shoulders and my hips the other way. And right here is the main movement of a backside turn. This little shift from right here, oops, Connor, see ya. It's almost like, I think all movement in surfing comes from your hips, so I think that's like the main thing to focus on in a backside top turn, is that you really want to kind of swing your hips down the face of the wave and let your body rotate with it. So right here I just kind of do it a little bit, a little check, and then I come into this double up with a little bit more speed and a better angle to hit this section. And this is, again, like right here, I roll onto my heels, and as I start to go open up, that chest kind of opens up, and then with that, all my hips rotate up towards the lip. And then kind of right when I can feel everything going onto my heels and my board bottom turning up the face of the wave, you kind of already want to start shifting and turning down the wave. So then you can see as my hips are still kind of going up, my shoulders and my hips are still kind of almost getting ready to rotate back down the face. And here is that same hip movement where you really want to get the majority of the turn through your hips, and you just turn back down the face of the wave. And if your timing's good, it doesn't have to be that big of a movement. It's just all about doing it in the right place at the right time. And then again, you kind of come out of that turn and just the same thing over. Open up your shoulders, open up to the lip, pull that kind of front leg up, because this section came up a little bit closer, or a little bit sooner than I thought. And right here, this is kind of more of a snap off of like an end section. So this is kind of a good one to talk about. So just kind of getting on my heels right here. I'm looking at my section. That's kind of looking where I'm gonna go. And then I roll onto my heels, open up my shoulders, kind of have to pull my board up a little bit quicker. So it's kind of more and less of, it's less of a push and more of kind of sucking in your knees to be able to like absorb the lip kind of coming at you, and then project up over it and still do that same hip movement and turning back down to the face of the wave. And you always want to look right where you're going to land. And that's the most important thing, is you want to keep your head down, eyeing your landing. Like kind of right there, because if your head's up and you're not paying attention, it makes it a lot easier to catch your rail. But yeah, that's pretty much how to do a little backside wiggle.